Most music genres don't have strictly literal names. As evocative as thrash metal or crunkcore are, you need to actually hear a Broken Side song before you're like, oh right, crunkcore. Not so with danger music. I learned about danger music right here from Lozers, and the promise of a musical performance that requires a bulldozer to be driven into a venue in such a way that it puts the audience in very real danger was just too this existy, too resisty. I live for this shit. That's Hannah Tarash, who famously did drive a bulldozer through the back of a venue at a performance in 1985. Other shows featured a dead cat being chopped in half by a machete, and a Molotov cocktail almost being thrown on stage, and still causing $9,000 of damage. Primarily a noise music vehicle for Yamantaka Eye from Boredoms, Hannah Tarash are perhaps the most infamous purveyors of danger music, a specific designation for avant-garde music that puts the performer and the audience in very real danger, from bulldozers or glass or whatever you call those big drums that they use in Return of the Living Dead. But Hannah Tarash didn't invent the concept of danger music. The bulldozer performance and the Boredoms connection makes them one of its most well-known practitioners, but the genre was conceived and named in 1962 by Dick Higgins. That is not Dick Higgins, but it is a performance of a Higgins piece, Danger Music No. 17, one of 43 short pieces composed and designed to put the audience or the performer in danger. It's not quite a machete or a dead cat or a pane of glass or a Return of the Living Dead drum, but it certainly would be very uncomfortable to be in that room. Much of the danger music that followed Higgins was highly and only conceptual. Phil Corner's one anti-personal type CBU bomb will be thrown into the audience consists of a bomb being thrown into the audience and has shockingly never been performed live. Takahashi Kusigi's Music for a Revolution asked the performer to scoop out one of your eyes 5 years from now and do the same with the other eye 5 years later. Even Higgins' own Danger Music No. 9 instructs you to volunteer to have your spine removed. Which is why Hannah Tarash hit so hard for people in the 80s and continues to reverberate as people rewatch and rediscover those performances today. It's one thing to write, break literally everything you see on a piece of paper, and another thing to literally break everything that you see. As a known punk music liker, I can't help but draw comparisons to the early UK punk scene, which was deliberately destructive. But what was much more deliberately destructive was the entire persona of Kevin Michael Allen. G.G. Allen is probably better known for regularly eating his own poop than any of his songs, but he has attained near mythic status for his wild and unrelenting transgressions, up to and including his funeral at the age of 36, when his unwashed and still poop-covered body was partied around by his friends, family, and bandmates. For reasons that I expect have as much to do with punk politics as they do intent, and therefore the perceptions of the kind of people who invent categories for art, G.G. Allen has never been deemed danger music. But outside of the dividing lines of a Wikipedia page categorization, I don't see much difference between always trying to fight your audience and trying to murder them with a bulldozer. What do you think? Is danger music a real genre, and should G.G. Allin be included in it? What was the most dangerous show you ever attended? For me, it was a time that I played a show in Baltimore at a house in a scuzzy part of town. Baltimore. I'm not going to insult Baltimore like this. You've all seen The Wire. Anyway, Justin, who's behind the camera right now, also plays in that band. And one of the other performers who earlier in the night had gone up to the opening band, put his arm around the singer, and then pulled the trigger and barfed all over him, very Allen-esque, later on pulled a knife on Justin. And then he and his friends went to a park across the street and lit a sleeping bag on fire. And we left Baltimore, and we never went back.
We drove straight to the White House.
We actually drove straight to the White House, and then we drove straight to Dawson Leary's house in, what's it called?
Wilmington.
Wilmington, North Carolina. Beautiful town, Wilmington. Subscribe for new episodes. This every week, and be excellent to each other.